when it comes to self-defense ammo, do you think, today is a very simple question, and Hey everybody, and welcome to Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's topic is a simple question. When it comes to self-defense ammo, which do you value more? Penetration or expansion? Do you want a bigger hole or a deeper hole? Which is more important to you? Now, I'll start us off as always. I've always been a deeper hole kind of guy. That's what I need to make me happy. I've always said that basically every video I've ever done about what I think is most important when it comes to ammo. Penetration, penetration, penetration. Some of us like to go deeper than other people do or can, I guess. So that's always more important to me. I've always found that I would rather have a bullet that stays the standard size it is and goes deep enough to do damage than I would one that expands to 3 times its size, but only goes deep enough to do superficial damage. So because of that, that means I think penetration is more important, simply because I can think up that scenario in my head, and that's the worst case scenario, and that what makes me know I value penetration. So that's what I feel. Let's go over here and see if other people feel differently. I know a lot of people probably will feel differently. They don't have the same needs as I do. Johnny Mandrick weighed in and said, got to penetrate deep enough, but need maximum damage. 357 hollow points are that balance. 357 is not going to give you maximum expansion. You need a bigger bullet like a 45 if you want real big expansion, but maximum expansion for that round. Some rounds are going to be bigger around to start with and get bigger if they fully expand, while other ones will get as big as they can, have maximum expansion for that round, but still penetrate. So there's a lot to figure in here. Ramon D 1776 said, Phil taught me expansion. Well, that's good for you that a bigger hole is needed. Ghost Shadow. I don't know if Phil taught you that, though. I've never heard him say anything about that. Of course, I've never asked him either. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Ghost Shadow said both. You can't have maximum of both. It's just not going to work. You can get good of both, but you can't have maximum potential of both, period. Not still have a usable round or shootable round. It's not going to work. 260 grain hollow point 45 Colt revolver loaded with just under 1,200 feet per second is going to make a big deep hole. Yeah, it's also not the most practical round to be shooting out of a carry gun. It's also, you are giving up some penetration by the fact that you're going down to a 45 Colt. You can get more penetration out of a 357 Magnum round. You're going to give up some expansion. Well, not much expansion because it's big. So you're going for expansion there, I would say, because you're going with a big round pumped up enough to get adequate penetration, but still have the maximum cavity. So I'm going to say you're actually saying there that expansion is more important to you. Gummy Wuzzle, no clue. I need internet gun experts to tell me. That's what we're here for. That's our only job. Well, that and pleasing pleasing everybody sexually every now and then. Not everybody, some people. No people actually nowadays, but I mean, it's not the only thing I do. I'm just saying, I got other jobs. I took the garbage out a little bit ago. I don't used to do that, make my son do it, but nobody was here, so I took the garbage out. So I do have other jobs. Sean Bain says, in 380, I want penetration. Penetrative. In 9mm and above, expansion. Usually 380 does not get the velocity to expand. It doesn't really. And that's why I will always say, get a good solid copper round or something in 380. Might as well get the maximum penetration you're going to get. Whereas with different other rounds, higher rounds, bigger rounds, faster rounds, you'll get more expansion. A lot of 45 ACP doesn't expand very well either, simply because it's going so slow. But it starts off pretty big, so any expansion is really getting pretty big. Chris Snyder says, I think for stopping and knockdown power, well, there's no such thing as knockdown power. There's takeout power, like, how likely is a round to stop somebody with one shot, but knockdown, that kind of falls into that illusion of knocking people off their feet, and a bullet ain't never going to do that. It's not how it works. Expansion is key. Hey, everyone, finally got working again. Started at the bottom, so money is less. Well, at least you're working again. That's always good. Oh, well, it's not good because I hate working. It's awful. Having a job sucks. But it is nice to be able to eat and stuff and not get thrown out of your house and those kinds of things. But congratulations on getting rolling again. Then you get to work your way back up the ladder. Pull yourself up from your bootstraps. You'll be a billionaire in no time, according to the rich people. Go Shadow says, have a 2mm pinfire. It doesn't do either. No, it's just going to give someone a nasty prick. I heard Go Shadow had a yucky prick. I don't know about anybody else. That's a low joke. That was low. And low grade, low class. That was a low class comment. I can't believe he said that. Mr. Furley, penetration. A lot of obstacles in the wild. That's true. A lot of times there's windshields between you and bad guys, car doors, maybe just glass in a mall or garbage can. You never know. You might have to shoot through something to get to the bad guy, especially in public places. So that's a good reason for penetration to be key to you. William Nemeth Vargo. I don't know what the fuck that says. Sounds like something from 60,000 fathoms under the sea or whatever it is. Leagues under the sea. Isn't that the name of the ship? A good balance of both. Well, balance is always good, and most people do seek a balance. But when it comes right down to it, most people they prioritize one over the other. If push comes to shove, you'll prioritize one. Gummy Wuzzle said neither. Confidence is the most important. Yeah, that's shoot someone with that 2mm pinfire, and as long as you're confident, they might not beat you to death. They're like, he's pretty confident when he shot us with that. Let's not kill him. Let's just maim him and rape him. Oh, I see what you're after. Now I get it. Tim Allen, enough penetration to get the vital areas and enough expansion to do the right amount of damage. All hail Phil. But what is enough expansion? How big does a bullet need to get? And plus, how much bigger does it really get? A 45? How much bigger is a 45 than a 9mm really? Even when they're expanded or not expanded. We're not talking like a foot in difference. We're talking like millimeters usually. But, a millimeter of miss is worth, I don't know. I don't know how I started that, but I don't know how to finish it. Machine Gun Clemens. I don't think that's his real name. I prefer penetration. I've heard that about you. It has a better chance of reaching vitals. That's true. But like vitals, like the G-spot. Mikey D. Oh, and when I said that, I wasn't implying he likes penetrated. It kind of sounded like that though. Mikey D. I don't think he has a G-spot though, so I couldn't have been talking about him. Mikey D. 255 RGFNHC 45 ACP does fine. There's too many letters in that. I don't know what's going on there. Too many acronyms. Wait, that's not an acronym. Which one's an acronym? Which one's just the abbreviations? I don't know. We got one more person weighing in here, then we are done. Let's see. After Mikey D, it was Jacoby. And Jacoby said, what about some of that fancy dancy 22 long rifle? Well, if you're wanting 22, you're not really wanting penetration or expansion. Definitely not expansion. I mean, 22, hollow point 22 will expand, but what does it expand to? A gnat's ass is expanded is still just a big gnat's ass. So I don't know if I would want either one. But you could get with the right 22 ammo, and you can get some penetration and soft tissue. But expansion, I don't really think comes into play much with the 22. But that's it for us today. I want to thank everybody for weighing in here. Got some different answers there. how about you all out in YouTube land? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to weigh in on one of these topics in person, come to our live chats. We do them every night at 6 p.m. So come on in. Oh, this is Wednesday. We do them on different times on Wednesdays, but lately we're just doing them at 6. I just did it by 6 today because I forgot. So come on into our live chats every night, 6 p.m. usually. And then stick around afterwards. We immediately after do the open chat, the America Guns and Freedom. So stay for that. Talk about whatever you want. With that being said, thanks to everybody once again for weighing in. Hope to see everybody out there again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.